Poliomyelitis, the most unpredictable, crippling disease of the 20th century, was undoubtedly a fear for the public and a challenge for the medical researchers. The most eminent virologists were called for action, and one developed the first successful polio vaccine, Dr. Jonas Salk. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. The continuous cycle of explorations, encounters, and exchanges in the medical industry is fundamental in societal maintenance. Some components are the exploration of diseases, exchange of medical ideas, and the encounter of cures. Medical researchers strive to achieve success in these processes. Jonas Salk's exploration is hence greatly revered in the field. He successfully encountered the poliomyelitis vaccine in 1955 and led its worldwide exchange, freeing the world from the most feared disease of the century. Salk serves as a role model, not only for his exploratory talent, but also his unchanging devotion to his philosophies. Jonas Salk was born on October 28, 1914, under middle-class Jewish parents in New York City. Intrigued by Louis Pasteur's biography, he steered his career from law towards medicine and obtained an MD degree at New York University College of Medicine in 1939. Jonas Salk's medical exploration started with the co-development of the first influenza vaccine. The recognition placed him as the professor of bacteriology and the director of the Virus Research Laboratory at the University of Pittsburgh in 1947. Salk's interest soon shifted to paralytic poliomyelitis, the contagious virus that destroyed nerve cells in the spine. Every summer from 1916, its outbreak paralyzed or killed tens of thousands of children under 5 years of age.
When someone encounters people with those kind of problems, it only cements our passion to try to make a difference for those people. Scientists develop this burning desire to make a difference.
In 1948, he joined the renowned National Foundation of Infantile Paralysis Polio Committee. Salk's team solved the assigned virus typing project in a year, and the scientist began his independent experiment with killed virus vaccines, a theory that he had believed in since his influenza research. In 1952, a record-setting year for polio, Salk and his associates developed what they considered to be a safe potential polio vaccine with inactivated virus. The vaccine was proven safe after testing on a group of children and employees at the D.T. Watson Home for Crippled Children in Pittsburgh. In 1953, Salk's team continued human trials, enhanced production techniques, and partnered with two major pharmaceutical companies, Eli Lilly of Indianapolis and Parke-Davis of Detroit. Finally, in 1954, a nationwide field trial of the poliomyelitis vaccine took place from April 26 to June 15. Jonas Salk's exploration was unlike any other in involving active encounters and exchanges within the scientific community. Although his final work surpassed those of all others, exchanges with fellow scientists were crucial in Salk's exploration.
It's really important for you to learn to be what I call a high-performing team member, so you learn to work with people who are totally different than you.
The influenza vaccine development with senior virologist Thomas Francis expanded his knowledge of virus cultivation, and the 95% success rate of the product gave Salk confidence in his principles. The Polio Committee was a broader stage for meaningful exchanges. He analyzed and simplified the exploration of John Enders, who succeeded in growing poliovirus in cultures from human embryonic tissue. At the first and second International Poliomyelitis Conference, Salk took note of David Bodian's study on pathological anatomy, Isabel Morgan's work on immunizing monkeys with formalin, and Irvin McCory and John Anderson's discussion on early-stage diagnosis. His modest personality and devotion to research helped establish personal bonds with eminent figures such as NFIP President Basil O'Connor. Of course, Salk's key to success was the ability to encounter solutions by thinking like nature. His work was creatively unprecedented in breaking one of the biggest medical dogmas of his era, the usage of active viruses in vaccines.
He believed in something different. He thought something actually relatively simple might be able to treat something relatively complex.
His exploration into inactivated vaccines shattered doubts on safety, destruction of infectivity, retention of antigenicity, and the following immunologic reactions. Based on previous research, experience, and intuition, Salk reasoned that there existed a proof for his theory in nature.
What is my intuition? What is my inner sense of education to them. And that was a really important thing to him.
For 7 years, he endeavored every possible solution while enduring encounters with critics. Salk suffered backlash and indifference from killed virus supporters, led by senior virologist Albert Sabin, the developer of the second polio vaccine with live virus. His lonely exploration received attention in 1952 as he finally encountered the first successful inactivated virus polio vaccine. He had combined formaldehyde-treated virus and purified mineral oil, which encourage antibody activity and production. Jonas Salk's exploration consisted of major exchanges and encounters with the public, more enthusiastic than ever to conquer poliomyelitis.
The fear was so strong, people wanted so strongly to have the ability to protect against this disease which struck out of nowhere.
Public interest towards the conquest heightened when star politician and later President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a victim himself, founded the National Foundation of Infantile Paralysis in 1938. Throughout the polio crusade, Americans avidly participated in the NFIP's March of Dimes fundraiser, in which 80 million people donated $7 billion worth of dimes to aid the program. In the 2 months of the field trial, 1.8 million children from the 44 states, Canada, and Finland signed up to be polio pioneers. Although doubted by the scientific community and media as the greatest gamble in medical industry, an organization of 20,000 public health experts, 40,000 nurses, 14,000 elementary school principals, 50,000 teachers, and 220,000 volunteers helped orchestrate the mass exchange in 211 sites. NFIP Operational Director Melvin Glasser recalls, "It was the power of the voluntary movement that kept this project going." After the Evaluation Center analyzed 144 million pieces of data, the vaccine was found 60 to 80% effective in the observed control groups and up to 90% in the placebo control groups. The Salk vaccine was announced safe against all types of poliomyelitis strains, the Mahoney, MEFI, and Socket on April 12, 1955. Much anticipated by the American Society, Jonas Salk's poliomyelitis vaccine left long-lasting legacies upon millions of lives all around the world. Salk witnessed 35,000 cases of polio annually before encountering his polio vaccine. However, after the vaccines exchange, the number of American cases promptly declined to 61 by 1965 and altogether disappeared by 1979. Additionally, as of 2015, the disease has only been endemic in 2 countries worldwide. Although the recent anti-vaccine movement has doubted the safety of the current and previous ingredients of the Salk vaccine, major health institutes have confirmed that formaldehyde and the SV40 virus have never harmed the vaccinated. In reality, the CDC has distinguished the safe IPV as a requirement for all American schoolchildren since 2000. Jonas Salk, the tenacious scientist behind this life-saving cure, was publicly revered as a saint. The reward for the scientists is the knowledge that they have made an enormous difference to world health and the opportunity to expand vaccine research programs. While endeavoring into solving AIDS, he founded the Salk Institute in 1960 to further propel an innovative, cooperative future of medical research.
A large number of spectacular scientists who really built the foundations of biology these days.
Researchers of Salk Institute have been making groundbreaking contributions to the exploration of neuroscience, medicine, genetics, and microbiology.
Salk Institute today, and people working in many different areas, but in an environment where they're all mixing together and exchanging ideas.
Uniting visionaries of distinguished works. The Institute is disciplined with many of Salk's work philosophies, exchanging ideas, encountering solutions in nature through logic and perseverance, and together exploring the endless possibilities of medical achievements.
It began with Jonas and his vision. It really was transformative.
Jonas Salk, a 40-year-old knight in a white coat, changed the world through his talent and tenacity. Unprecedented exploration into poliomyelitis is a wholesome embodiment of his favorite quote, "Nothing ventured, nothing gained."